Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another traffic training with Fabian. Today's lesson is really important. Yesterday I was talking about basically how to manage your advertisement budget. But before even going live, I really need to break down something really important that I'm going to be talking today. And today you're going to be basically learning how to price your offers before going live. This is extremely important. You need to understand how much margin you have, how many cost of goods sold you have in total, and even if you're getting charged fees throughout your operational business, right? So how do you price your offer? And let me just hold on for a second. And I know we have doing lots of trainings this past couple of weeks, and if you're finding all this information valuable, please, I'll strongly recommend you guys to go to sebastiangomezmentoring.com. We really want to sit down, talk to you guys, and see how can we help you guys. So starting with the simple pricing to all the way to scaling up a campaign. So this is why we're breaking down every single step in order for you guys to be successful, okay? So if you don't have a pricing scheme, or if you don't, let's say, have a structure to set up your prices on your store or your business or whatever else you're doing, stop. Stop immediately, because if you're not making the math like we did the examples yesterday, you just basically, adding whatever profit margin you have without actually having something measurable. Okay, so I'm just going to set a couple of examples here in the whiteboard. I'm going to use a low ticket item, and I'm also going to be using a high ticket item, and basically, like an average rule that I have in order for me to be clear that even though whatever I do, I'm always going to have my margin, and I'm going to be covering also my CPA. Okay, so let's hit the whiteboard for a second. So let's say, let me stand over here. Let's say example one. Let's say that our offer number one. Let's say that we're selling, let's say, a beautiful lady dress for a lady here. So let me just see. Okay, so this is a dress according to my beautiful art. So we're selling this dress. Before pricing it, we need to understand how much it costs us. So let's say that we talk to our vendor and we're able to get this dress at $15. Okay? This cost is $50. Okay, we need to add shipping, right? Okay, our shipping, let's say that's basically $5. Okay, so immediately, straight up the gate, my cost of goods sold, COGS or COGS. It's extremely important that you guys understand this, meaning, in order for you guys to understand. This is like a basic business term that it's going to be applied across over the industry. So my cost of goods sold, like hard cost, is going to be $20. Okay, so now, and this is without adding CPA, this is without adding any extra fees, and I'm gonna go and give you guys an example on how you can use, and I actually have a template that I can give it to you guys, but let's go step by step first. Okay, so we have our cost of goods sold. Now, what's the rule that I do? There are some people that just say, oh yeah, so this is $20, let me just charge, let's say, $40. So I'm making, I'm actually making 2x, it's 2 plus right there, 2x of my cost of goods sold. But if you're only doing, let's say minus, let's say $20 CPA, there's no enough margin, right? So this is where you guys need to start doing your math. Okay, so if my cost of goods sold is 20, there's a rule that I generally apply, and the rule is multiply. Let me step over here. You can multiply this by either 2.5, you can multiply this by 3, and you can multiply this by 3.5. Any of these pricings It's correct. I'm not saying that it's the perfect pricing scheme, but this is basically covering your expenses and covering your math. Why? Because instead of being $20, this is going to be 65. If this, this is going to be 45. This is, and over here, this is going to be 60. Over here, it's going to be 65. So even though you're going to have different pricing schemes, you can start testing. Because there's a great example, and generally happens when you always try, and this happens when everybody's just getting started, when everybody is just pricing their products or their offers like way up. Okay, so this is just basically simple offer. Remember 3.5x of your COGS, cost of goods sold, in order for you guys have enough profit margins. And right here, I'm covering CPA, so basically I'm just getting 1.5% X. Over here, I'll be getting 2.5X, and over here, I'll be getting 3X of the actual margin, right? So let me just make another example. And I hope you guys are finding this valuable, and if you're finding it valuable, please go to sebastiangomezmentoring.com, guys. It's an amazing place to go. We just want you to go there, watch the video, and if you're finding all this information useful, please just go ahead and schedule up a call. We're basically waiting for you guys to help you, right? So let's do another test. Let's say that now, let me switch colors because this is about to die. Let's see, example number 2. Let's say that our offer, let's say that you're an offline business, that you're actually needing clients. So let's say that you're a dentist. Let's put here, dentist. Okay, your offer, of course, like I live in Costa Rica, so I don't have an exact number of generally what's the pricing for someone in the US, but we're just gonna make some numbers up. So let's say that the regular appointment costs the dentist, of course, in this case, it's going to cost him rent, it's going to cost him his assistant, it's going to cost him whatever material he's using, it's going to cost him light, it's going to cost him internet, and many, many other things. So let's say that adding everything that I'm talking about, total cost per hour, per appointment, let's say that costs him $50. Okay? So, if we do let's say the rules that I told you about, 2.5x, let's do 3x, and let's do 3.5x. Okay, so let me just give you guys, and this is really important, and remember that the most important tool, believe me or not, that you can use is the simple calculator. So I'm just getting this out, and again, let's take just $50 times 2.5. Okay, so it's $125. Let's go. Our first pricing scheme, it's 125. Let's do 50 times 3. It's 150. Okay, we have a little technical difficulty. People from Instagram, are you guys okay? Cool? I'm glad you guys are good. Yeah, so this is live action, guys. Like, we're literally not pre-recording this stuff. Like, none of that script crap. Like, we're live television, or not television, but live internet access, guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. So let me go back to the example. So it's 50 times 3.5. $175. Okay, so these are the 3 pricing schemes that I, Fabian Cordova, personally will use to at least get started. Of course, you can increase the margins, you can do upsells, downsells, cross-sells, and that's something that we're going to be talking about on the next lesson. But for me, the most important part is that I'm gonna basically teach you guys, like, and you guys, have been in school taking math, university, and all this stuff, but use the calculator, guys. Use the freaking calculator so you guys can calculate costs and what are your averages, okay? So this is just a simple example. Just remember, guys, get your COGS, cost of goods sold, so you can guys remember. Really important. So you first need to understand how much everything costs you, right? So let me just give you another example of a spreadsheet that I use in order to track all this information, okay? And hopefully you guys like this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go first in Facebook and then I'm gonna go to Instagram so you guys can review all this stuff. So let me see if I can, okay, increase this stuff. Okay, so I created a spreadsheet and this can be applied, let me just step here. This can be applied if you're using a Shopify store, if you have an offline business, if you're doing lead generation, if you're selling physical products, digital products, anything. Math always applies to every single business model. Don't forget about it. Math applies to every single business model. So I basically created this spreadsheet and I can share it with you guys where basically I have dates, I have the number of orders, I have the amount of revenue, I have the ad spend, I have my product cost, and I'm adding something that not a lot of people do and calculate. I'm adding fees. For example, if I'm using Shopify, I'm adding the 2% fees from my Shopify payments, and I can add any other specific fees that I can have. For example, if you want to use, in this specific example, I'm charging 4% just to basically cover my miscellaneous expenses, such as light, internet, any other fee that I get by any other tool, Shopify apps, etc. So basically, I'm calculating every single thing here. Let me go all the way back. From date, orders, revenue, ad spend, product cost, the fees that you're going to be carrying, the profit, the ROI, and the total expenses. Let me just switch here to Instagram. Hopefully you guys can see me. Let me know if... Yeah, so let's do a little zoom. Let me know if it looks cool. So okay, date, orders, revenue, ad spend, product cost, first setup fee, Shopify fee. In this specific example can be any other fee. I'm just calculating this for this specific example for e-com. Profit, the ROI, everything it's basically with the formulas, and total expenses. Guys, if you really like this spreadsheet and you want to get a copy of it, because I know most of you guys want, this is just a simple spreadsheet that you can create, and it's just basically getting you organized. This uses automatically the calculator, so you are always going to get the right numbers always. Okay, so if you guys are interested in getting this specific copy of this file, I'm just gonna not give it away to you guys because it's really easy. I really want you guys to be accountable for your actions. So if you want a copy of this, schedule a call. We want to listen to you guys and see how can we help you guys achieve all your goals, guys. This is just a really simple lesson that I wanted to give you guys today. Thank you so much for your training. The most important thing that you guys need to understand is do the math, have a pricing scheme, whatever. This is just the simplest pricing scheme that I can give you guys. 2.5, 3x, 3.5x, the simplest version to have you test the different pricing points in order for you to find out the breaking even point and then increasing your price in order to increase your profit margins, guys. It's really simple. It's just a matter of pulling out your calculator and doing this daily, every single day before launching a campaign. Make your numbers and you're gonna make money. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I know it's a little bit late, but I just want to make this specific lesson just because I really need you guys to understand how to run traffic the right way. Thank you so much and see you tomorrow in the next traffic training.